So, hello, Starsky and Hutch. Welcome to Dirleton. Dirleton, a small village in East Lothian, a historic village. And I'm a member of the Dirleton Village Association. That's an association that was formed here amongst the community, originally for planning applications, but since then it's expanded into social activities and now environmental protection activities as well. Particularly about the environment at the moment. Some of the projects we've done are with the school children, for example. We planted a school hedge running from the village down to the burn so that there's connection for wildlife to get down to the water. That was one of the first projects. Since then, we've gone into partnership with the council, and the mown areas that they were doing, which of course are very poor for wildlife, they've allowed us to have some longer grassed areas. So we take them over for, if you like, adding a bit of extra quality that the council can't afford to do. So things like planting wildflowers into these long grassed areas underneath the trees. More recently, we're part of the Queen's Green Canopy project. Don't worry about that. Green Canopy project, which of course is the Queen's asking for many trees to be planted rather than just one commemorative tree. So we did the one commemorative tree at the Jubilee event, which was this weekend. But we then go on to plant another 100 trees across the village. And all that obviously is aimed at action against climate change. So basically it's act local, think global. Like all the villages and cities and towns in Britain, if they all did the same thing, it would actually make a difference.
Huge difference, yeah.
So that's where we are at the moment, and we're enjoying it. It's fantastic for me. I'm a former landscape architect, and so I love giving back the skills that I learned as a professional to the community, because I got a lot from the community as employment and so on when I was working. So for me, this is great, just to be able to help people and help the environment all at the same time.
So you're giving back your time voluntary free to help the community, and you come down and do what you can when you can.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, as much or as little as I can, and my colleagues. Obviously, I'm part of a team.
How many's in a team?
It varies on the project. So at the moment, if it's a design project, we're lucky because we've got an architect and an engineer in the village as well as a landscape architect. So we can actually put together a community design proposal, say for traffic calming or something like that, to do with pedestrian issues, road safety issues, as a team of 4. And that's because of the skills that are involved in that particular team. But if we're doing something like raking off long grassed areas, to encourage the wildflowers at the end of the year, that might be 5, even more people, just depending on what the job needs, really.
Lovely. But, so no, I really do appreciate what you're doing. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Do you think the young people might come and join you on doing some voluntary work as well? Maybe. Can we encourage them in some way, just to give a few?
Yeah, very much so. We, when we first floated the idea of a tree planting project this year, we went into the school, and the reception was fantastic. I think they must be getting good education on the impact of climate change now, because they knew as much as we did.
Right.
So they were really interested. And what we've done with that is we've suggested that the children, if you like, adopt a tree.
Right.
So that they'll come with us and we'll actually plant it with us, and then it'll be over to them to help the watering of it. So we hope that each child will say, well, that's my tree and I'm responsible for watering it. So yeah, we try to involve them. And that scheme is the one that we've got going at the moment with the school anyway.
Lovely. Yeah. Well, I really do appreciate what you're doing.
So I hope that helps other communities.
Well, I hope so too. Let's get it out there and let's see what people you've inspired. Thank you.
And thank you for coming.
Thank you.